We welcome you inside the UST Quadricentennial Pavilion. The starters on your screen for the UE Lady Warriors. We have Nogueras, Pepino, Bangayan. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, for the FEU Lady Tamaraws, we have Tla, Loresco, Eliarina, Bacanque, Ubaldo, Petalio.
A lot of rookies, so this is a time that they are rebuilding. And as for FEU, they want to get back on top.
Couple of confidence issues our correspondents mentioned a while ago for both these squads at the top of the coverage, and they need to prove themselves today. That's going to be an early point here for FEU. And Jers Petalio, as we mentioned as well, newly minted team captain for the Lady Tamaraws. Ever reliable and consistent. Second straight point here for the Lady Tams.
You know, she's not the tallest of spikers, but she is gutsy, good swing.
And one of the holdovers here for the Lady Warriors. Ubaldo will find Loresco, finds that opening.
It's a quick side out for FEU Loresco with that power tip.
Of course, but we will see, because right now it's a 5-0 run, Jay, for the UE Lady Warriors, and that's what prompted Coach Tina to call for time.
Well, Coach T did mention that they are rushing things, so let's see if they fix this mistake.
Some adjustments need to be made here. Great point off the timeout. Definitely a name to remember here for the white shirts. Ubaldo finds Eliarina.
That's a good set.
Gets her first point as well from FEU. Bacanque will serve. UE up by 2. Bangayan waiting for it. Straight to the hands of Jers. They go to Lopez. Great read by lovely Lopez. That move of the set is brought to you by Hyundai. Experience more in every mile. Scoreboard reads 12-11 in favor of FEU. What is UE going to do? I'll give a point to the Lady Tams. Loresco to serve. They will go to Bea. Another denial at the net. As well as Eliarina. They go to Cepada. Off the hands of Petalio.
Well, let's see. I'm sure she could do more for her team, being one of the tallest spikers.
And a lot of people are very excited for all that she can do for FEU this season. Ubaldo sends this one to Eliarina. Popped up. They go to Kai Cepada. What a smart play from Cepada, using the hands of the blockers.
Cepada has been tooling that block of FEU. This has been a problem for FEU. The blocking of Jazz.
So tighter blocking here for the Lady Tams, essential here in our first set. And they get that one. A lucky point for Ubaldo.
By starting setter in Tin Ubaldo. Bit of an overpass by Petalio, but she was able to get a point for her team.
Rasan, miscue, they'll make do. Ubaldo. Not the best of sets. Ball is still alive. Nandoon si Lopez. And what about Nogueras reading that attack from Loresco?
Ubaldo has been activating the middle blockers, but it has been too predictable. The blocking was already there for you.
Talking about Tin Ubaldo.
This is actually forcing Coach Tina to sit back down, with the coaches not looking too happy with her team.
Well, she should be happy about that. Jers Petalio now will serve. They will make do. However, Loresco knew exactly.
That smart player taking advantage of that overpass.
This will prompt Coach Jumbo to call for time.
What FEU needs here to gain this confidence and hopefully get their first win.
Bangayan, and she needs business. Gets a point.
Let's see the tactical move here of Tin Ubaldo.
Not the best of receptions. Lopez denied. Ubaldo gives this one to Faida. And finally, another point for Faida Bacangque to end this set number 1. Just
Only a few points coming from Faida, but they needed that just so UE does not gain any.
Tin will go to Faida. And she has fired up still from that set number 1 where she finished things off for the Lady Tamaraws.
She's the type of player that needs to get loose during the game. She wasn't able to get set a bunch of times. In set number 1, the receive was kind of off for FEU. So let's see, hopefully it's improved and Faida gets more touches.
What about Nogueras? Of course, we saw that Riza Nogales is here in the UST QPAV. She is also...
This is what I signed up for, and she has been a setter since elementary. Pressure is her friend, and pressure will help her push for improvement. Now, back to you, Billy and Jamie.
Thank you so much for that, Althea Pia Arasan, a product of Adamson High School.
This is what she needs to provide, that leadership for UE.
Now let's turn it over to Judy Marasigan of Bacangque to serve. Her team up by 2. Easy pickings for Eliarina. For Jazz, and this Tibay defensive play of the set is brought to you by Elastocil. Celiano ang bubong, anumang panahon. In season 87, she was averaging 13.8 points per game. But again, historically, she starts pretty slow in the first round. But how about Lovely Lopez?
Combination play from FEU. Look at that.
Versus DLSU, they had 5, and that is one of their strengths, definitely, for the Lady Tamaraws. That hits the antenna. Almogues also on the court now for the white shirts. Miss Q, a little too late for UE, and it continues here for the FEU Lady Tamaraws to match the energy of FEU in the second set.
And it's all about improving every day, but as for UE, it starts with a good serve.
They bump this one to Bea. And finally something here for Bea Zamudio, point number 3. UE needs more consistency with their players, definitely. Miss Q, chance UE. Bangayan from the back. Pitalio. They go to Kai.
Key players for UE. She hasn't been given defense pattern of UE.
Quality points here for Faida Bacangque as FEU finds Lopez. Cepada! What about that? The spike of the set is brought to you by Dunkin, pasalubong ng bayan.
Coming out of nowhere. Cepada.
Points for Jazz Eliarina, leading all the scorers on the court today. Cepada from the back row. And she is one of the strongest hitters.
But FEU up by 10.
Tough hill to climb here for UE. Miranda goes to Eliarina. Power at the net for Jazz.
Good serve.
Arasan goes to Zamudio. Cannot break down that wall. She'll try again. Much better attempt.
Of Jazz. Able to cover herself after that one. Look at that. A lot of power in her swing.
Bangayan serves. Scrappy plays for FEU. Gives a chance to UE. They go to Zamudio.
Too low.
Not this time.
That set was way too low for Zamudio.
Bea Zamudio for the white shirts. Pitalio rolls it over.
I believe there's a stepping violation.
Arasan will find Cepada.
Ooh.
A great opener here for UE. Exactly what they need. 7 attack points now for the veteran. She will serve for UE. Obaldo, combination play. Nobody there for UE.
Good set and good setup by Tin Obaldo.
Arasan. Not something you want to see also.
And she's been through it all with her team, the worst of the worst. And now her mission is to not be complacent, hindi maging manhid sa pagkatalo at gamitin yung higil sa bawat palo.
Good serve.
Bangayan. She's been having a tough time with her attacks. Bacangke on the other hand. Right on the money. 4-point lead for the Lady Tams. Here comes Kla. Arasan.
It's a
To
good set.
Bangayan. Blocked.
Good reception by Jers.
Nandun si Arasan. Chance for UE. Pia. Miscue. They send this one over. Great defense from UE. They go to Bacangke. Cepada. Now we got a rally going on. Here comes Bea over the blockers.
Oh.
What a smart play from Bea Zamudio. Take a look at that one more time because that move of the set is brought to you by Hyundai. Experience more in every mile.
Ball just falling in between Lopez and Obaldo.
Bacangke asking for it. And that is why.
It's such a good job in set number 2, but it's how you finish and that consistency that they've been looking for.
And they're giving UE a lot of chances here, but maybe not on that attack by Faida Bacangke. Great way to kind of pull away the charging UE Lady Warriors. But so far, so good here for FEUJ. Pia. Bacangke waiting for it. Nagkahiyaan si Bea Zamudio. Looked back and thought that Van was there to get the ball. Pepino to serve. Petalio rolls it over.
For UE in that defense, Van was going to attempt for that UE. Good serve.
Pia waits for it.
This is bound to happen. As we see the video challenge, there is no block touch for one of the vets of FEU now.
It scored 4 points versus LaSalle in their first game.
Still good. It's a good serve.
Very good serve. So good that it's a service ace for Kai. Point number 9. Both teams have not won a game yet here in season 88. And they want to bounce back, and FEU has that advantage clearly.
We're seeing a lot of good things in terms of blocking for FEU.
If you're UE, you have to vary your attacks at this point.
Oof. Good dig.
Devasora. That is good for Devasora. Point number 2. 13 serving 20. A strong serve. They go to Bacangke. Unstoppable. Cañete also on the court now.
Too low. I mean, Bea, untimely error there, but this is crunch time for UE.
Cañete, easy over.
Oh,
Miscom. Devasora. No cover. And that is it for our match. And the FEU Lady Tamaraws cruise through that third set versus the UE Lady Warriors.